right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I'm doing my daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. So we cover Bitcoin and miners quite a bit on this channel. If that's content you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, if you enjoy this video, please smash the like button and feel free to leave a comment below. So it's been a volatile day for Bitcoin, so let's start out by looking at the Bitcoin big board. And you will see that it is mostly red. There's a few exceptions. Riot is up 2%, and Riot and Marathon usually tend to trade in tandem, and Marathon's down 3%. So Riot's having a particularly good day. Cores is a little bit green. Cypher is up 10%, so that is the big winner on the day by far. Gree was green just a minute ago, and it flipped as I was speaking. So that's it. Everything else is basically red. Stronghold is down 9%, and WULF, once again, WULF is down 19.5%. Now, the day's not over. I don't know where that's going to end. We're going to take a look at that one because this one has had a catastrophic collapse. Again, the day's not over, so these are not the final numbers, but at the moment, with about an hour and a half or 2 hours left, the board is very red right now, and Bitcoin has been trending down for the last 3 or 4 hours. So let's get to the chart and take a look at that. Okay, so first thing is this spot right here, this orange line, this is where Bitcoin was when the U.S. equity markets closed on Friday. So all this activity subsequent to that represents the weekend and today's activity. So you'll see where we closed on Friday was just about at our highs for the entire weekend. Our red line of support, which has now turned into resistance at 39,652, which is right here. We did test this a couple of times, and we almost got back there in the middle of the day today. And that was after a big run up from the middle of the night last night all the way until about the middle of the day today. And however, unfortunately, we turned around and we have been going down in basically a straight line. You'll see these are 30-minute candles, and every single one of them is red since 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So Bitcoin is now at about $37,700. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So if I zoom out to the 2-hour time frame, you'll see we've been stuck inside of a range here for a little while. And this candle, this 2-hour candle, has been brutal. This is 2 red candles in a row, and they are approaching this red line at 37,400-ish. This has been a strong line of support. So you can see, if I go further back, this line held here. We went a little bit below it here. We did dip, flash down to this spot, recovered right back up here. Tested this again on February 27th. Now, here we are. Actually, it looks like right now as we're speaking, we're getting to this line again on March 7th. So this has been our range. So as I'm standing here talking, we're on the verge of slipping below our range. Now, these are 2-hour candles, so you'll see, we have slipped below that for some small periods of time over the last few weeks, but we seem to be basically trading in this channel between these 2 red lines right now. And we literally just went from the top of them to the bottom of them over the last 4 hours. Let's zoom out one more time. This is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So what I wanted to look at here is we had an ascending trend line here that Bitcoin was holding for a period of time. This was about 1 month from January 22nd till about February 20th. It dipped below this line. We were able to rally back above it for several days. However, we have now broken below it. And once it broke below this line, you can see once again we started to test some of these other previous lines of support. So again, you can really see we've been inside of these 2 lines for a little while now. If we're looking for what direction we're heading in, we seem to be bouncing all over the place. If I look at the RSI on the 4-hour time frame, we did get all the way to oversold and then rallied last night into this morning up to the mid-40s. But we then turned around and we're back down to 32.6 right now. So we're a little bit in the neutral zone here. We're not oversold yet, but we're heading in the wrong direction. However, if you look at the MACD on the 4-hour timeline, you'll see just a couple hours ago, we were about to have a bullish crossover, and the histogram did turn green for 1 candle here. Well, it has turned back red, so these are all very ambiguous, and in my opinion, I guess everything looks a little bit bearish in the very short term here. I think it's important to see if this line at 37,000-ish can hold here, or if we're going to head down and test. There's really not much in between, down to our recent low on January 24th, which was about a month and a half ago, of around $33,000. The next line below that is all the way down to July of 2021 at $29,000, which was the low on the year at 2021. So hoping we're not trending towards any of these. We seem to be stuck more in this area here. But again, we're definitely stuck. So I switched over to the 1-day time frame just to illustrate this. From a big picture standpoint, this purple line right here at about 45,000 is our critical line of resistance. We've tested that a couple of times as recently as March 2nd. We failed. We've been heading down, mostly trending down ever since. We've tested this line several times. It's basically held up. It has gone a little below here, but we really have not retested this line. So we're going to have to see. At the moment, it seems like we are just absolutely stuck in this small range. And even when we break out of this small range, we're stuck in this larger range between this purple line and this red line. This goes all the way back to January 5th. So it's actually been all of 2022 that we've been stuck in between those two lines. So we really haven't had a breakout in either direction. If you guys feel confused and you can't figure out if we're bullish or bearish, that's why. We've been pretty much stuck in a range. We did have a good solid month where we were trending up. Now we seem to be in mass confusion. So a lot of this is geopolitical. A lot of this has to do with the economy and other factors. Bitcoin is getting pushed around by some variables that are outside of its control at the moment. So while I remain bullish in the long term, I'm totally neutral right now. I can't, based on what we just looked at together, it's hard to say what direction we're going in from here. We do seem, if I had to default, we clearly seem to be having downward pressure right now. So I think in the short term, we may have a little bit more downward pressure. However, from a midterm and a long-term standpoint, I am still bullish on Bitcoin. So I do think this will reverse. It's just getting very hard to predict this on a daily basis. So again, some potential short-term pressure here. Okay, I want to look at TeraWulf, stock ticker WULF. Right now, TeraWulf is down 21.8% on the day. It's trading at $4.69. So you can see this is just the last week. So we're on the 1-day time frame. This is TeraWulf on the 1-day time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 day. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row where TeraWulf has been down double digits. At least 2 of these days were 20% type moves down. We're down 21.8% today. So if I just measure from the high of last Tuesday to the low of this Monday, which is 1 week, TeraWulf is down 62%. So this has been, they have basically fallen off of a cliff. This purple line was their previous all-time low and a line of support. So once it broke through that, it is just tumbling downward. So I don't know where this ends. TeraWulf's a tough one because they haven't really started conducting business yet. It's extremely hard to put a valuation on this. So despite the fact that it has dropped dramatically, I have stayed away from this as an investment. Again, this is not investment advice. You guys might decide this is a great buying opportunity. This stock is down dramatically. I'm going to do some quick numbers just to show you how much potential upside there could be if this stock rallies and recovers. However, there is no line of support below this, so that scares me. This is crushing its all-time low every single day for the last week. So at the moment, I'm staying away from this one. But let's just take a look at a couple numbers. If I just trace back to last Wednesday, so that's much less than even a week ago, this stock would have to go up 143% just to get back to where it was last week. And mind you, nothing's really happened in the middle. All that has really happened is we broke a line of support and we have just been tumbling downward. Unless somebody knows something that I don't know, I can't find any information here specifically as to why this stock would be crashing like this. So to me, the downside is unknown because there are no more lines of support. We continue to destroy the all-time low every day. But the upside is just to get back to where we were in the middle of last week, this stock would have to go up 143%. So you can see ultra volatile stock. So please invest carefully in this one. This one's dangerous. So I want to take a quick look at Riot. Riot is trading sideways. It is still a little bit green. It was green most of the day, but Bitcoin has been going down all day today. So right now, Riot's up 0.6%. It is still green. It's one of the only ones left green on the board. And you can see it seems to have found some support here over the last several days in this $15 range. We're at $15.03 right now. So if I go back about 1 month to February 10th, so just a little less than a month, that would be a 39% increase in the price of Riot stock to get back to this point right here. The other spot I want to look at is this white line right here. This white line is where Riot was trading at two key dates. When Bitcoin was at 29,000 back in July. And number two, when Bitcoin hit a low again near the end of September. This presented a strong floor for basically the whole year last year. It broke down below this, and now we've been trading significantly below this. But if Bitcoin can get back on track and be reasonably healthy, I think this is a very reasonable price target, somewhere around $25. Riot seems to have stabilized somewhere around 15, although it's been under $13. It did bottom out at a little under $13. So there is some potential downside here. But to me, the risk reward looks good on this. Again, not investment advice, so please invest wisely. Just going to very quickly take a look at one more. This is Cypher, and Cypher is another one of these that's very hard to put a valuation on because they're really not up and running yet. For whatever reason today, Cypher is still up 8.46%, despite the fact that Bitcoin is having a very big down day. So this red line at around $2.57 seems to have provided strong support. It hit that for the first time on January 21st. It did bounce below that one time. These are 1 hour candles, so it did for 1 hour on February 23rd go below this, but this has been a very strong line of support. And now we've bounced off of it pretty hard, and it's significantly above that. So I'm not sure where Cypher's going, but it does seem to have found a solid footing in this $2.50 area. So again, I don't currently have an investment in this one. It's the best performer of the day today. So just to wrap this up, I'm going to go back to the Bitcoin 2-hour chart. Again, still kind of stuck in a range, so we're going up and down, and it feels like a roller coaster, and it feels highly volatile, but basically, we've been going sideways. That's all I got for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. If you are watching this when it was posted in real time, then you can go see me live. I'm doing the closing today. So come on over and join the conversation. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.